Hi there. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. My name is Tracy and I am the Tracy behind Tracy's Fancy, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of background about myself and let you know what it is that you can expect here on Tracy's Fancy YouTube channel. My background is actually in nursing. I have a degree. I'm a registered nurse. And I have not worked as a nurse in about 15 years because I've been very, very immersed in this painting world. I love it so very much. And I really do honestly believe that my nursing background really gave me the basis to teaching. I love to teach, and it's not what I started out to do. When I first started this, it was just about painting old furniture that had been tossed aside and making it beautiful. You've heard the story from so many people because it's been such a huge trend today. The industry, oh my gosh, has gotten so big. When I started back in maybe 2010, 2011, it really was not quite this big. But I love that it's grown so much, and I love that people have really grown into the idea of taking things that are tossed aside and giving them new life, and also kind of overcoming the freak out about painting antiques and painting old furniture, because so many of us have old pieces that have been in our storage unit. I painted a vanity not long ago that a family asked me to paint that's been in their storage unit for 15 years. And it's just been locked in there. They've been paying to store it for 15 years, and now it's fun, and it's painted, it's fun, it's vibrant, it's got a lot of personality, and now it's in their home and they're enjoying it. And that is what I love about it. I also love to paint family heirlooms, items from families that have been passed down for generations, and it's landed in the hands of someone who just doesn't appreciate it the way it is, and no one else seems to want it. However, if I can just talk to them a little bit and look inside their home, have them share pictures and videos with me, it kind of gives me an idea how we can just sort of freshen it up and bring it into this 20th century and make it look like something that they want to show off and have in their home, and then they can actually remember that it was mom's or remember that it was grandmother's. And when family members come over, they're like, oh my gosh, what is that piece? I love doing that. I also am very, very drawn to colorful pieces with a lot of pattern and a lot of unexpectedness. I really, really like a little bit of a shock factor, whether it's something that I put inside of a piece or on the sides of a piece that no one can really see until they get around the side of it. Or maybe we create the entire piece of furniture to be sort of to have a little bit of a shock factor as well. And I call those feature pieces, furniture art feature pieces that every room can only handle one of. You don't want every piece in your room looking like that, but just having a piece that when someone comes into the room, that it's sort of the starting point, it's the focal point of the room, and the rest of the room sort of feeds off of that. That is my favorite type of furniture art. I also love custom orders. A lot of painters do not like custom orders. They think that they're a little bit too fussy and too difficult, and it's hard to please the client, or it's hard to get inside someone else's head. I actually love that part. I love working one-on-one with a client. Maybe it's someone who has no idea what to do with a piece and they give me free rein, or maybe it's someone who has a lot of ideas about a piece, but they don't have the skills or the time, or they just don't have the interest in doing it themselves. That is something that I really like to do as well. I am a Dixie Belle brand ambassador. Dixie Belle is a paint company, but I am not Dixie Belle. I am just a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle, meaning that is the product that I have chosen to be my go-to product. It is a company that carries a lot of products for creating, not just paint. They have embellishments, they have primers, they have stains, and I really, really like the way their products work together. So I am a brand ambassador for them. However, I do enjoy trying and using products across the board as well. So you will see it won't always be just Dixie Belle, but it definitely will be mostly Dixie Belle, but not to confuse the two, because I do have my own business. I am a Texas girl, born and raised. I am married. I'm in my late 50s. I have 4 children and 6 grandchildren, and I run a business. I actually run 2 businesses. I have a health and wellness business called The Best You, as well as my painting, repurposing, decorating, coaching, teaching, all things paint business, Tracy's Fancy. My business is based out of San Antonio, Texas, and I'm currently sitting in my shop right now. I'm on the floor, which is where you will find me in most of my YouTube videos. So what I do weekly, every single day of the week, well, I'm trying to make it Monday through Friday, but what I do weekly here on YouTube, you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. Every single week I am creating new content, whether it can be a furniture piece, it might be a large armoire, it might be all the way down to candlesticks. It's just, there is no rhyme or reason. If it sits still, I'm gonna paint it. So, especially if someone asks me to. What you can expect is that every week there will be fresh content and a buildup of how we do what we do. Why are we doing this? How do you do this? How do you tackle a project from a beginner's point of view all the way to advanced techniques points of view? I try to cover all aspects. I try to meet you where you are at all times. So I also write a weekly blog. You can find that on traceysfancy.com. And every single week, the same project is blogged about. It's shared on TikTok. It's shared on Instagram as Reels. It's shared on Instagram as a post, a static post. It's shared on Facebook. And then I write a blog about it, and I also send out a newsletter. If you sign up for my newsletter, you will get a newsletter from me every single Sunday in your inbox, an email, just saying hello, kind of checking in with you and letting you know what it is that I am working on and what you can find on the blog. I also teach in-person classes, or workshops we should call them. I am about to host my very first paint camp, which is a 4-day paint camp, which is really exciting. And I have done several 2-day courses as well. So those are always announced in my email newsletter as well. If you are a beginner, that would be someone who has had very little experience at painting, or maybe you've never even started, I am your girl. Beginners are my favorite. I love working with beginners. I have some beginner tutorials here on YouTube for you. I try to always incorporate beginning techniques on any project that I'm working on. I like explaining the process. I do talk a lot, but I'm not talking about my kids. I'm not talking about my dogs. I'm not talking about my vacation. I'm talking to you about the why and the how. I think it's really, really important for everyone to understand why we use certain products, why we use them in certain orders, different ways that we can use them, different outcomes that will happen from using certain products or from not using certain products. I take the education side of it really, really seriously. So if you're a beginner, I've got you. Stick around. There will be a lot coming your way. My overall goal is just to inspire. My overall goal is to inspire you, your mom, your sister, your cousin, your daughter, mostly women. I like really, really flashy, girly, feminine looks. Not as much grunge and industrial, which I feel like can go both ways, and not that a man cannot paint florals and finishes that speak to a feminine side as well. But I just feel like in my community, we have mostly women, and my goal is to inspire you to just paint, or to grow, or to stretch, or to step into a gift that you didn't even know that you had, or to utilize a gift that you've sort of shelved for a while because you haven't had time to focus on you because life calls and things get in the way. So that is my goal, is to meet you here, meet you where you are. I want to inspire you by showing up myself authentically on a daily basis on social media. I want to show you the pretty side, the ugly side, the perfect side, the not so perfect side. I want you to learn from my mistakes. I'm totally okay making mistakes on camera. I own my mistakes. I will always find a way to learn from them and grow from them, and then share them with you and hopefully help to make your process a little bit easier. So thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you more. I hope that you will comment and engage with me here on YouTube. I will always read your comments and follow the direction of things that you guys are looking for. And I look forward to so much more. See ya.